I think Tom's got a more serious question. We want to try and get things serious.
We keep things a little light-hearted on the Blue podcast most of the time, don't we? Obviously, we're having a drink, but
Sorry.
I mean, Becky, you've had quite a long career now compared to me and Tom, and I think there's one video in particular that I think we discussed we need to touch on in terms of it being sort of.
We're going very journalistic here.
Yeah, journalistic integrity is going up with this question, but so. When KSI threw money at you on Sidemen Tinder.
Oh my god, that's going to be me crying. Yeah, no.
So, what was that like? Because that was a big moment.
Okay.
How much did he throw at you? Is that a secret?
I said it on the happy hour because I knew then at the time. I think it was.
I saw that episode and you mentioned it, didn't you?
1,200, I want to say.
Just in cash.
It was a grand. Definitely was a grand.
Pocket change, isn't it?
It was fucked. But okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story. So obviously. JJ, love you, babe. Made my career.
Yeah, he's
Thank
watching.
God. He's watching. He loves Becky. No, I'm joking. God, I feel bad because I feel like a sellout every time I tell this story, but it's class. So I got a little message from Joshua Zirks.
Mm-hmm.
Love him, but it was 3 days before the Sidemen
Tinder?
Dragon's Den.
Oh, it was Dragon's Den, was it?
Sidemen's Dragon's Den.
Was that when you got one of your mates to dress up as a beer?
Max Forge.
Oh, yes, you did.
Max. But I was like, they were like, you have to come up with like a groundbreaking idea to pitch to the Sidemen, and I was like, shit, I have 3 days to plan.
3 days.
So I spent the first day just getting steaming because it was a YouTube event on at the time that whole weekend. So I was like, I have no time to plan this. So I literally just made a pint out of each of the Sidemen members. So it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I hope. No, it wasn't because Stephen Tries was there, Nicole was there, Zach and Jet, and I walked in. I went.
I mean, it's a good bunch of people to be associated with.
Yeah, but then when you're pitched against them, I may as well skip mine. Anyway, so Tinder was the next day.
Yes.
So
they called that back to back.
I was all Sidemened out, right? So I come in and I knew I'd fucked up the Dragon's Den. I've told him about this, and I walk into the Sidemen Tinder. And I went, fuck's sake. There's like all these models. I went, do you know what? And the woman came up and was like, who wants to go first? And I was like, just do it. And I looked at her and I was like, fuck, it's me. But I went down and it was great. It was so fine. But it's hard because they've made their funny jokes to say. You've got to just think on your feet. I wasn't very good at the time, but...
I thought you did well, to be fair. I mean...
I was different. That was a long time ago.
I know, but I mean, a lot of people have watched that video, myself included. Even before, like a long time before we'd met or Mackers had met you.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it was
very well done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But when that money hit my face, I was so scared that I didn't move, and I just stand there going, and I looked down and I was like,
I mean, to be fair, imagine being in the situation where someone just throws money in your face. That's
they played it off well, but it was a kind of bit like. You've just chucked a brick of money at like
that's nuts.
Yeah, it was so weird. And I remember Cal Freezy came around and started picking it up. And as I was walking away, they were like, that's for you, by the way. And I was like, what? Because I remember I just moved to London.
Yeah.
My rent was like, I'd pay rent and then be like, okay, well, I have nothing left now. So every month. And the rent was due the next day.
Oh, so you actually paid for your rent?
Yeah. Fucking 2 times over. It was mad.
That's mad.
And all the girls were waiting outside, so I had to put it down my top and walk out. And I took me and Chi with the sea for some food.